Hi everyone, it's Amy. Hope you're all doing well. As you probably noticed, there was no podcast yesterday, and there was a reason behind it, and I wanted to talk to you about that today. So this is just going to be a little kind of like slot where I can kind of share what happened, because emotionally I was not there yesterday. I was very drained. I didn't. Because of the England game on the Wednesday night, the podcast server that I used to edit my videos was not working. And I had my friend and I, as my friend's name is Adam, we had a podcast ready to go out, and it wouldn't edit. Then the file became corrupted. It was just a lot. But that was not mainly the reason I gave up. I was just like, I've tried so hard to get this podcast to work. It's not working. So what happened? 2 weeks ago, I went, well, it was 4 weeks ago actually now, I went to my doctor because I was experiencing what I thought was like menopause symptoms, I'm only in my like early 30s. I shouldn't be going through these things. So I went to my doctor and I said, I think something's going on here. And she did like a full check, and I said, oh, and I have a lump here. And she checked my chest, and she said, you have 2 big lumps. And I was like, oh, one in each one. And I was like, oh dear. So I got what's called the 2-week wait. So you get like an emergency referral to the hospital. And I was terrified. And I sat most nights crying myself to sleep because I'm thinking, this is going to be where they tell me that there's something seriously wrong. So anyways, I go to the hospital. This 2-week appointment comes. This is 2 days before Worried About Henry. So if you don't know what that is, there's a festival I went to. I don't even have the footage out for that yet, but it's cool. Whatever. We have to prioritize our health in some situations. Okay. So I went and I sat in the waiting room. Then she was like, you need to change into this gown. It's this clinic is run by women. So they understand, and they were so kind and loving towards me. And it was just so, the compassion, I will never experience that in a hospital setting again. It was incredible. So, I go in and they did an ultrasound, and, they're having a look. And she said, I found 2 tumors. And I'm like, uh-oh, okay. Yeah. And I don't even know what happened. I just went into complete fight or flight. And they said, we need to do a biopsy. Now, biopsy, you associate that with cancer, don't you? You think biopsy, you think cancer. And I felt like the only way I can describe it to you was a 4-year-old child crying for their mum. Scared. I was terrified. Like I'd lost my mum in a shop, and, in my 30s, you should just be able to deal with it. But I couldn't. I was scared, and nothing really scares me, but that did. And it was the idea I was on my own as well. I didn't have any support with me. So anyway, they did the biopsies. I was very bruised. And then I went to Worried About Henry. And I had a little stitch here, and someone bumped into me, popped it, was bleeding. I had to go, I was a bit annoyed. But it is what it is, but I'm really sad that I didn't get to see Pendulum. I went for Pendulum as well. Like I wanted to see Pendulum live. I didn't get to see them. I was so sad. So here's the thing. I had to then wait 2 weeks. And it's maximum 3 weeks. And you're thinking, how am I going to cope? Not knowing. So I just went into autopilot. I've been on a weight loss journey again. I've been doing mindfulness eating, and I've lost 4 pounds this week actually just from doing that. I'm not fat. I just don't feel comfortable. I just want to lose a bit of weight. That was always just for health reasons. But I just had this epiphany. If I have cancer, it's fine, because I will not be doing anything until I'm back from Denmark and Belgium. I have waited so long for these trips to happen. I've been planning them, and I haven't traveled for 15 years abroad. I've not been to I've not been abroad since 2011. And I'm going to stay with my friend Marie in Denmark oh my gosh, it's like 4 weeks away. Wow. And then in October, I'm going to Belgium to see Andromedic, and then see my drum and bass friends too. Big up to all of you. I love you all so much. And I just decided that was my plan. But I started speaking things into reality. So I started saying, I don't have cancer. I don't have anything wrong with me. My body is healthy. My body is sound. My body is amazing. My body is healthy. I lose weight without trying. I can eat and just still lose weight. It's okay. I'm rich. I'm this. I'm that. I'm manifesting, but manifesting properly. Because we can manifest, I wish, I want, but you speak it into existence. And I've just come off a podcast actually with Battery, who's a DJ that I love so much. He's such a sweetheart. Belgium, like, you will have a place with me. I think I should have been born in Belgium, just saying, because you guys just are like here, you know. And we were talking about that, speaking things into existence. And I went in the waiting room after an hour's agonizing wait. They were running behind today, so I was really anxious. And I sat down and she just said, it's not cancer. It's not cancer. And, I knew I was going to cry. I haven't cried yet about it because I've just been so overwhelmed. So I've been on adrenaline for 2 weeks, like running on adrenaline, running on like, what if it is? What if it isn't? What if this? Blah, 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 blah. And it's the fact that I don't. Even if I did, I would have just dealt with it, you know, in the way that I know best. But it was like, I spoke that into reality. I've got my friends who go to church praying for me. There's people messaging going, I really hope it's not. And then I had like someone go, well, you look stupid now, don't you? Because you made a big deal out of it. Well, no, because if you've got 2 tumours that are benign, by the way, they're not cancerous, they're just tumours. They're just not meant to be there. But it's hormone related. Now I know what it is. I know how to treat it, right? I have to go back in 2 weeks for another scan just to check the growth, whether because when you have a biopsy, you're effectively piercing the tumour. So just checking that it's not spreading or anything like that. Just find out what's going on. And here's the thing. Not having it, I feel like I've been given it's really bizarre. And people might not understand this, but I feel like I've been given a second chance of life. Like, I don't have to stress. I don't have to fear anything. Like, people think I'm fat, that's fine. If people don't like me, that's fine. If people don't feel good about me, then that's fine. You don't have to. I feel good about me right now. I'm allowing myself to be vulnerable. And you know, this is coming from a place of vulnerability, complete vulnerability. You know, and I went into this appointment just thinking, I don't know what to do. Like, if it is, what if it is? What if it's like stage 4? What if I die? What if this happens? But then I'm like, no, your body is healthy. Your body is happy. You do not have cancer. Now, again, you just, like I said, I kind of manifested that timeline that it wasn't going to be that, but it might not be. I don't know, you know, but some might say it's luck. Some might say it's God. Some people say it's this, that, and the other. You know, I don't know. But I just feel very blessed. And I'm going to go out and achieve some amazing things. I can't announce what it is yet, but I have got something in the pipeline. And I'm so excited. And I went there last night, had a chat with the owner of this place, and we've announced I'm going to announce what it is soon, but it's massive. My podcast is evolving. You know, I've just been talking about I want to be at Rampage. I want to be a part of Rampage. I'm going to do some amazing things, okay? All right, I'm going to do some amazing things because I'm speaking it into existence. And I love you all. And I thank you all for being here. And I thank you for being on this journey with me. in just like from meeting my favorite artist in a hotel and having an unofficial interview and someone just giving me a chance. I'm here. I'm just here and going to do amazing things. And like I said, thank you all for being a part of this journey with me, and let's do some amazing things together. So that's all I have to say today. But I just wanted to keep you guys in the loop. That's why I wasn't on the podcast yesterday. That's why I didn't drop one, because I was just so stressed and in a full case of shock that there was a potential that I might be really ill. And what do you do in that situation? Well, you do what I do. Like we say over here in the UK, you pull your big girl pants on and you just go for it, and you just exist in that moment. And we live and we learn. And I do not have cancer. And I am free. And I am speaking these beautiful things into existence because we can do that. We have permission to do that. Anyways, love you all. Thank you all so much for being here. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care.